Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Rajesh, this is all is being done locally, right? You are not pushing it to like GitHub or something like that.
No. I'm completely see. This is me. I'm completely versioning my code with my local repository. Right now, I have no relationship with anyone else.
Okay. Okay.
So these are the codes which I run. Okay. So I want to put it in the notepad also. So for later, if you want to check this out. Okay, guys. Any questions so far? Okay, good. So now I have few questions in my mind which I want to clarify. So now let's say you have a questions like, okay, how to add multiple file. This is the questions. How to commit only selective files. Okay. How to commit directory. Commit directory. How to delete file. How to rename file, how to move a file. So all these questions which I'm going to answer. But you know what? Before that, there's one most important question which we have, and that is, look at the steps. This one. Uh, Adding a code file to Git and committing a code file to Git. This I'm not able to understand. Adding, committing, how it is different. So here git add versus git commit, because both the time we say to git, what is happening exactly? So that we need to understand before you get to know other questions. Okay, if you have any additional questions also, you can share with me. I'll help you with that. Any additional questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so what is the difference between git add and commit? For that, I need to create one diagram, okay, or else it's very difficult to explain it. So here, this is the directory repo1. Please look at this here. So this is the directory, and okay, now I'll divide this part into two parts. Okay, so this part we call it a working directory. Okay, here, and And there is one more part which you see dot git, that's I call it repo. We call it repo. So this is the two part. Now remember that we are a person, which we this is me and you, and you work on the workspace. This is the workspace. You modify the files. These are the code. So what do you call it? This is a workspace, and this is we call it repo area. Clear? All of you are comfortable with this image so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the question was, what is the difference between git add and git commit? So you know what? This git area, repo area, also divide into two parts. So now you'll go inside that and you'll try to find where is the two part. There's so many folders, directories, and files are there. So theoretically, you have to decide because Git manages all these integrities and areas and all stuff like that. So these two areas. Now, what we call it this area? One area we call it staging, and the another one area we call it repository. If you really want to know this also sometimes we call it index also, by the way, index. Sometimes we call it index also. So so this .git area here is divided into two parts: indexing or staging area or repo area. If you ask me where exactly that is being created theoretically, I mean in really, so this is your area. It's not a file actually, it's a kind of wrapper executable actually. Okay, wrapper. So here this is the area, and another repo area actually, if you see, this is the place. Now if you want to go inside that, it will not make any sense because it managed by shaman algorithm. So but just for information. Okay, so now the question was, what is the difference between git add and commit? So what happens, understand that it's very simple. When you modify the code and you add this file to staging area, this is the staging area. So in this file you send to add, through add to staging area, and then when you commit, that file is taken from staging area to repo area, and that's the area which I was talking about. So there is a difference between add and commit. So add will take the file to staging and indexing area. Commit will take a file from, not from workspace. I repeat, commit will not take a file your workspace. It will take the changes from the staging area and to repo. And that is where the versioning is happening. So here the versioning v1, first commit, second commit, third commit, fourth commit, fifth commit, all this thing is happening in the repo. Am I making sense to all of you? All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what it happens. Okay, so now then you'll say, Rajesh, why do we have a staging area, indexing area? So it's basically temporary area where we can review the changes before merging, before committing it. Okay, temporary. For example, you have thousands of files, hundreds of files in directory. Now you are working at a time one file, two files, or maximum three files, right? So what you'll do, you modify the files, whichever the files you want to commit as part of that, modify the files and keep adding it, keep adding it, keep adding it. And then here you modify three files and you added three files here. Okay, so now you will review this file, which are the files I added to staging, that only should be committed. And if you're sure about it, okay, these are the files which I want to commit, so then you should get committed to here. Meanwhile, here you may have lots of file which you have not added but still in the working directory, workspace, which you don't want to commit because the work is not completed. So basically, staging area is a temporary area for the reviewing your changes before commit. So you can be sure about it. Okay, these are the things which I want to commit, and more reasons for it. Make sense, all of you?
Sir, I have a question. Like adding means we are not applying anything on the system, right? And commit means we are applying something. Is it like that?
No, no, no. System, where is a system? There is no system. There is a files, code,
Okay.
and
Okay.
repo.
Oh,
Repo. So here, when
yes.
I say, see here, you added a file, and then here you
Yes.
committed a file. So adding a file will take you to the temporary areas. That this content will take you to the temporary area. So you can review, okay, this is the only file which I want to commit. And
Hmm.
commit will take the file from temporary area to repo area. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Getting my
But
point?
that code will run or not? I mean, where
Why the
that
code will
code will
run?
apply?
Why the Wait a second. Why the code will run? I'm not running any code. I'm writing a code and I'm versioning
Mm-hmm.
the code. That's the problem we are solving it. I'm not running the code today.
Okay. We are just
Mind
writing
it.
and we are just saving it in the repo.
I repeat, I am writing a code and versioning the code. That's all. And using with the help of Git. I'm not running the code or system and all. This should not come. Here there's a
Okay.
two keywords should come. One is the
Hmm.
files, your code, and the version which is in repo, which is in Git repo. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So all other people, any confusions? Okay, so now you will say, Rajesh, okay, fine, you explained me three areas. So where exactly and how do I see that? Which file is there in a workspace? Which file is in staging area? How do I see that? So this I'll show you. But before that, I would like to show you one image. And I want you to confirm me if you have understood this image. All of you? All of you
Yes, sir.
understood? Can you please
Yes,
confirm me?
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So if you have understood, then I'll show you that here the command to see that git status. Okay, the command is git status. Enter. Look at this. Now, if I look at it very carefully, remember that I have created three files: file one, file two, file three. But I can see status only file two and file three. So why the file one is not being reported? So file one is not being reported by Git because Git is saying, hey, I have already versioned that file. Whichever you modify, I have that file. So I don't want to tell you. So I will show you only the files which you have not committed so far. So what are the files which I have not committed? Because this file I have never added, so I never committed. It not never get committed. Now where is this file? This file is in working directory, workspace, or staging, or repo. So of course, if you see that here, this file is in working directory, workspace. And that's the reason Git is saying, hey, I'm not able to track this file. I don't have this history of this file. Yes, of course, that's true. They don't have a history of this file because it's a new file. So now Git is saying, hey, do one thing, add this to the staging area, then I'll be able to track that file. So can I do that? Git add file2.java, and I just did it. And now you see the status. Here it is. You see that? So now there's a file 3 which is still in workspace, but file 2 has been gone to staging area. So now you say, hey, you have this file is staging area. That's the reason you are getting this command to unstage it, and or you want to commit this. Are you getting the sense of it? All of you?
Yeah.
So now what I'll do, I'll modify the file one.java, which I have already versioned it. I have committed. Here I'll add more line, two more lines of code, and saving it. And now you see that git status. Now git status, again the file one.java is a workspace. But this time it's not saying, hey, I'm not able to tag this file. So Git has that knowledge on this file, but what Git is complaining about it, hey, the new changes has come in that file and I do not have, and these changes you have still in a working directory, it has not been staged. So what to do? You can git add file1.java, also you can stage it. So now the changes which I did in the file1.java and file2.java, you have it, and you see that modified a new file, and this is still in workspace. And now when I commit, only these two files which is in staging will get committed, not the entire file. So you see that git commit -m adding few second commit. Okay, so I committed, and you see that here two files change, one line I inserted, one deletion, something for happened, and then look at this status. See? So now you have a 3 files, but only one file is coming through the status. Why? Because Git is saying, hey, file 1 and file 2 have already come, you have already version. That means whatever the content you have in the workspace, here I have here, so I'm not displaying that one. But this content I do not have in my repository, so you have to do something about that. So guys, did you understand that? Now add versus commit, all of you. This is an interview question.
Yeah,
All of you?
it's clear.
Good. So guys, this is something which you need to understand. This is the fundamental for Git. Okay. And let me tell you, if you're not clear with this concept, then it's very difficult to understand the other scenarios. So with that, now I'm going to answer this question: how to add multiple files, how to commit only selective files, and all this stuff. So one by one, how to add multiple files. So for that, clear the screen. I have to create few fake files actually. So touch file4 file 5.java, file6.java. So I'm creating it, and you see here git status. Now all this file in the working directory, but I want to add everything. So this is the command, or this is the command, whichever you are comfortable, please do that. So add it all, and now all the changes I added from my workspace to staging. And if you see the status, now see all the files which is in staging now. Now what to do? So now this is how to add a multiple files. I showed you, done. How to commit only selective files. So if I commit, you know what, all these files will get committed, all the files will be versioned in the repository, but I don't want. I want only file 3 or only file 4 or something like this. So what to do? So I'm saying, hey, only file 4.java. This is the message, and you have to select the file 4.java here. So that means only this time commit will happen, but only for the file4.java. This way you can do the selective commit also at that time, and you only see one file change, 0 insertions, and now remaining 3 files you see that. Okay, so when you commit, entire staging will be committed until you specify the specification saying that, hey, I want to only commit this file. Okay, so now how to commit a directory? So let me create one directory here, mkdir src. Now if I see the status, see Git have no idea about this directory. If I do ls, Git have idea about that directory. I mean, sorry, Linux has that directory, and Git is not detecting. Why? Because Git is not detecting any empty directory. Empty directory is meaningless. Remember that Git is a version control for the file system. So you need to have a certain files inside src. So for that, what I'm going to do, touch src readme.txt, enter, and you see that git status. See, now it's detecting the moment you have a file. So now this way you can add dot, means everything, and now I'm committing everything. Commit all, enter, and you see all files and directories got committed in one together in one way. Status, at status git is saying, hey, there's no changes which you have in the working directory which I have not versioned. So everything is clean. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah,
So the question is, how do we delete the files? So this is something which I have to show you. So for that, what I need to do, I'm going to add one file. So file 6 is there, no? File 7, I'm going to do that. So touch file 7.java, git add dot git commit hyphen m file, just a second, uh, file 7 and file 7 and. So guys, can you please tell me if you're comfortable with this command, all of you? Hello?
I think you are trying to do everything in just single line, right?
Wonderful.
Combine.
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful.
Rajesh, are you speaking something?
Okay. So sorry guys, I was on mute. Yeah. So something. Yeah, you were asking me something.
No, I'm not asking. I was telling like you were speaking something because I was not able to listen, like hear anything from your side.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Just a second, guys. Give me. My screen is visible, right? All of you.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So this is something which we have to do. So what I did, had I had one commit, file 7, and then file 8. Okay. And so if I show you the git log, let it come. So now you see that here, file 8, file 7, all, and these are all my commits. So this is a file 7 and file 8. So remember that in file 7, this commit, I added a file 7, and this commit, I added file 8. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
yeah.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, how to delete the files. How to delete the files. So how do we do that? So for that, git, look at my screen, guys. See, one more thing I want to show you. Git log hyphen one line, because this number of commits is going too large and I'm getting irritation with that. So this way you can shorten this range. Okay. So here you have first commit, second commit, third commit, fourth commit, fifth commit, and sixth commit. Here I have a file 8. Here you have a file 7. Now you know what you decided. Okay, the file 8.java should not be a part of the code. Why? Because this is failing issues, or maybe it's not required, or maybe you committed by mistake or something like that. So what should we do? What should be doing? So this file, I want to delete it. So how do I do that? So git rm file 8.java. Here, git rm file 8. So rm command is for deleting. Now if I delete it, the staging will happen automatically. Let me prove it. See here. So not only this file got deleted, here this file will is gone. Earlier it was there. So this command will delete the file, but at the same time these changes will be there in the will be notified to the staging. And now it's in staging. Now I have to commit, actually delete operations. Delete file 8, enter. So now you see that here one file's change, 0 insertion, 0 deletion. And now if you see that file 8 got deleted, and now see here status. I want to show you the shortcut for it here. And see, this is the, here it was the file 8 if you remember, but here it got deleted, and now you don't see this file. So are you comfortable with this, all of you, so far, all of you?
So like while removing file from our, I can say like workspace, we also need to remove from our repo also, right? By committing it.
Yes, but for that report. But actually my questions to you, all of you, is it really got deleted? Commit you did, so it will do the changes in the repository, of course, that's right, but is it really got deleted? So remember that it is not really got deleted. Remember that here, the purpose of
Rajesh, I cannot hear you. I'm not sure like everybody can.
Even
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay,
Not
so now
audible.
is it okay?
now,
Yeah, it's
yes.
fine.
Yeah, not sure. Some issues is there. Some odd stuff is happening on my screen. Okay, so this one, what I was telling, till where we missed it?
It is not deleted.
Yes. So guys, here, if you see that V1, V2, V3, V4, B4 it was there, but B5 it got deleted here in the next version. It got deleted. Okay, so V4 it was not deleted, V5 it got deleted. So that means this file is still there in a V4, V3 also maybe. So how do I check it? Let me show you here. So remember that nothing is lost in the Git. So the Git job is to version everything, no matter whether you delete or add. Simple sense. So here the file is deleted here, and this is where I am at. Look at this head. I am my workspace, the one which you see it. This is at the head. That means it delete this file. It should not be here. But if I go back to this one, this commit, I should see the file. Now the question is, how do I go back? So look at this. Right now you are in the master branching. This branching concept I'll talk about today. I mean next session. But I'm at the last commit of my repo. So git checkout. What is checkout means? So very simple, guys. Look at this concept. What you were doing so far, you were doing, hey, modify the code, add commit, modify the code, add commit, and this will keep creating one versions here. Just a second, hold. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, some issues with my screen, I guess. So this will create a version v5, v6, all this thing. But you know what? Now you want reverse. What reverse? Because you want to see the history of it, right? You want to see the old versions of it. What to do now? So now you are going to tell git, hey git, here the file which I am seeing, I want the old revision, because you have only workspace, only one workspace, remember that, only one area. So now we are telling git, hey git, please do one thing, the file which you have here, which is older version, check out in my workspace, opposite way. Am I making sense here? Or check out this one to my workspace, or check out this one to my workspace, any one version you want it. Am I making any sense here?
Yes.
So now I'll tell you one very simple thing. You know what? These all commit has a relationship. So these all commits, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me name it, it will be easy for you also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you know what? When this workspace, this is your workspace where you write a code. So when you check out, see, so from here you were doing like this all the time. But now if you want to do the reverse order, so reverse order means when you check out this one to workspace, then you know what? You will get this one plus this one plus this one plus this one. But when you check out this one, then you'll get only these three. When you check out this one, you'll get only these two. Why? Because for this commit, the parent is this commit parent is this commit, for this commit the parent is this commit, for this commit this is the parent is this commit, and for this commit there is a parentless. Okay, so this is the whole relationship. Are you understanding, all of you?
Okay.
So what I'm doing right now, nothing great. I'm saying, hey git, please get me the v4. So same way I'm saying in this scenario, hey git, get me the file 8. This is the commit ID. So git checkout and enter, and you see that here. Look at this here. Right now, earlier I was on master, the last commit, latest commit of that particular branch. Okay, and now I'm at this number. This is my commit ID, by the way, shortcut. Now if you want to see that, see the v8 is there. Wonderful. So what I'm saying, not only you can keep versioning the code, but you can go back to the history. You can see the code which has been there in the history also in the workspace. Okay. Now, if you want to go to the last commit which you did it, so just check out master, and the last commit of your repository, and this file 8 is gone again. So this is the way. Remember that it's like you are it's like a time evolution. You can go in future, you can go in the current, you can go in the past, but you cannot go in the future because you have not committed it. Getting your points, all of you? All of you?
Previously, when
Yes.
you remove file 8, it was from workspace or it was from repo?
I must tell you here, when I remove the file, so I run this command. So this command will remove the file from the local workspace. But when I run this command, so this changes will be done on the repo level also, saying that okay, latest version of this file system should not be showing this file. So it will be in older, but not in the new where you'll see that. Everything has been recorded in the Git, whether you add it or delete it. You think you are deleting from the history? No, you cannot do that. Getting opens.
So like even after like deleting file 8 from repo, it's still there.
Yes. See, technically think about it. You are a developers. Your work is to add, delete, modify, and all this thing. So if you are deleting the file and if it is getting deleted permanently, what is the use of versioning then? Tell me.
Yeah, correct.
Correct?
So versioning
Wo-
means we are just updating the same code, no, in the same file.
so what is happening? I'll tell you. Okay, I'll put it in a more simpler way.
Because it's, yeah,
Mo,
exactly, it is
mo,
confusing.
I'll put it in a more simpler way. Okay, very simple way. But think about it.
Mhm.
My manager came to me today and said, Rajesh, what you have to do is there is a C drive, and C drive you have a hundreds of files and folder. Okay, this is C drive, hundreds and files and folder, and you need to take a backup of it. When?
Okay.
10 o'clock. So what I'll do this time, I'll take a full backup first time. Second day I take an incremental backup, only the files and folder got changed. Third time, which I have incremental backup, third day, and fourth day also I have incremental backup. Let me tell you here, this is the 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. And let me remind you, if fourth day or let's say third day you deleted one file, will you see in the third day and fourth day?
When I delete the file?
Third day you deleted a file. Will you see on the
Okay.
fourth day?
No, we can't.
No, you can't. So that is what Git is doing. Git is doing the same thing. They are just snapping up your the file system changes and storing it as a repo in an object format. So now I'll put it in a simple way. So now my manager came to me and said, Rajesh, give me the C drive up to the third day. So what I'll do, I'll take this one and this automatically will get it. So in that case, he will not see the file which I deleted. Getting your points? It's just like a file system versioning. Think simple. You are taking a backup through commit. I am taking a backup of C drive at 10 o'clock. No difference. Correct me? This is your file system. And whatever the changes you have, you are taking a backup through the commit. You want the older backup? Check out. Simple concept. Make sense, all of you?
Yeah,
Sir, sir, but the use of repository is to keep updated data, no? To save all the updated data, whatever is running or something, whatever the data it is to be. So,
So everything you commit, it will keep it. So the
correct.
moment you commit,
Everything we
it
commit, yeah.
yeah. So anything you commit, repository will have the data. Now,
Yes,
whether you
correct.
delete or add or modify, that will have the data. Record that. Okay.
Okay. So whatever add, delete, that will, it will record. Now in this case, I deleted in the third backup, that will not show up in the fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
But that will not show
It
up
will show
in the
in the two, but it will show in the two. That is what happening in
first.
the Git also.
So I will be able to see that file, but the whatever is committed, that is, that will be the fourth one. No, that will the fourth backup. right? Whatever
Huh.
will be the updated one.
Yeah, so
That is
I'll
what I
put it in this simple way. One more. Just think about it. C drive, I've taken full backup, incremental backup, incremental backup, incremental backup. In the day 3, I deleted that file. Okay. Now this day 3, my manager asked to restore at the some different C drive. So in the this C drive, what you have 1, 2, 3, and that file will be deleted. But if you
yes.
go to the day 2, another C drive, you will have this file here. So this is same thing. This C drive, this C drive, C drive. So we have only one workspace. So we all are working in the one workspace. One repo, one workspace. Okay. So this is the something. Now, how do we rename this file or move the file? So mind it, renaming and moving the files is the same command. What is that? Let's say this file I want to rename it. So git mb file 7.java to file 77.java. This is the command which will rename it. I want to move file 6 to src. So git mb file 6.java to src and file 6.java, or you can rename it also, and done. So now I did it mb command and then both the command git status. See that renamed. So here you see that output, and this changes if you want to make it. So this is done here. If you look at this, done here locally. But if you want to do this changes in the repo also, you have to commit. So git commit -m. By mistake I typed add. Sorry, rename and move. And guys, now it's done in repository also. Whatever you did in the local, it's done in repository also. And git status, everything's clean. So whatever, remember the git job of git to capture the snippet of your workspace and the and keep it here in the version in the object. Okay, so that's the job of git. Okay, any questions anyone have so far?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.